bulged outward compared to their polar region. So if it is polar region, this is polar region means compared to the polar region, the equator region radius will be large. In the radius pair polar region radius, and this region radius is nothing but equator region radius. So Earth gaseous molecule atmosphere speed is higher in equator region. Equator region la gas oda speed la larger irukuma, so that the centrifugal force will be larger. Centripetal and centrifugal force formula mv square by r. What is v? Velocity. So velocity of the earth rotation in equator region is somehow greater than polar region. Polar region la irukra earth oda speed vida equator region la irukkoda and earth part oda gaseous velocity eppadi irukuma larger. So centrifugal force larger irundhuchna all the molecules will try to move far away. So appo endha region namakku bulged outward irukuma equator region, bulged inward flatter irukum endha region polar region. We know very well the small g formula given by gm by r square, where m is called as mass of earth or mass of the planet. Here planet is nothing but our earth, so our earth mass, and g is nothing but acceleration due to gravity on earth surface. The g value is inversely proportional to radius, am I right? Now see, rp greater or re greater, which one is greater? Rp is smaller, re is greater. G and r is inversely proportional. So rp value is lesser means gp value will be larger. We are oftenly saying g value is 9.8 meter per second square liya, and the 9.8 meter per second square is the maximum value that exists at where அப்படினு கேட்டா எங்க இருக்கிற வேல்யூ பா polar region. Polar regionல தான் maximum இருக்கும். அப்ப 9.8 னு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, polar regionல 9.81 meter per second square will exist. அதே equator regionல வந்தோம்னா அதோட கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா இருக்கும், 9.75 or 9.73 meter per second square. Such kind of value will exist at equator region. Okay va? So based on shape of earth, g value continuously changes. G value is maximum at where? Polar region. What is the reason? Polar region radius is region radius. Radius and g value inversely proportional. So right answer, variation of g due to shape of earth. Next, variation of g due to earth rotation. Variation of g due to earth rotation. Okay, consider here. Our earth is rotating about their own axis. Assume this is the earth's own axis. Earth is rotating about its own axis with the angular velocity of omega. Can you say what is omega? Angular velocity of earth. And divide the entire earth into 4 quadrants. If it is center of earth mass is capital R, then we can say this is called as radius of earth. Alright? And consider a person whose mass is small m, who is located at a distance of, again, can you say what about this distance? R. What is R? Radius of earth. So this is called as position vector. Position vector means a vector which is connects earth center and position of man. Position of man and the earth center connected by a line, that is called as position vector. In the universe, in the earth surface, every object attracts towards the earth surface which a force that is called as gravitational force. Earth எல்லா ஆப்ஜெக்ட்மே எர்த்தோட சென்டருக்கு towards our force attract பண்ணலையா feel பண்ணலையா, that force is called as gravitational force. So gravitational force always acting towards the earth center. Gravitational force formula m into g, that's all. Or we can say m into g into m1 m2 by r square. Here simply we can say m into g. What is g? Acceleration due to gravity. Now this acceleration due to gravity is going to be altered due to the earth rotation. Now earth is rotating about their own axis, means earth each and every man or every system also starts to rotate about this axis. Earth in the axis base rotate agartha earth man, earth particle மற்ற எல்லா systems rotate about this own axis. Now tell me, what about this circle? So this circle is nothing but a circular path in which the standing man will follow a circular motion. In the circular and the man in Navamba, see earth rotate and the earth and the man in idea rotate idea. Now tell me, what about this circular path? Circular path in which man will starts to rotate. Okay ba? So this distance is called as radius of circular path. There any doubt between small r and capital R? Whether both are equal or different? Different. This r value will not be equal to r. Either radius. Either radius. Either radius. We can say this one radius. But this is not radius. Okay va? Now tell me, what is small r? Distance between axis to man. Distance between axis to man. Okay, now the man starts to rotate with a force that is called as centripetal force. So centripetal force always acts towards the earth center. Now who is system? Who is frame? Earth is called as frame, man is system. But system on the end of frame rotational frame or non-rotational frame. Because of earth is in rotational condition, man is system. Appa system in the place rotational frame. Whenever we are going to start to study motion of any system in rotational frame, another name, non-inertial frame. In a frame. So whenever you are going to learn any object motion in non-inertial frame, you must introduce a force that is called as centrifugal force. In a force centrifugal force like pseudo force and study only. If any force on the real force are the opposite force and pseudo force. Now tell me, man experiences a centripetal force towards the axis. Now, centrifugal force act away from the axis. So along this line, which force starts to plays its role? In a force centrifugal force. Centripetal force act towards the axis. Now, but centrifugal force away from the axis. Centrifugal force formula mv square by r. In terms of omega, v can be replaced by Fc is equal to s mr square omega. Because of v is nothing but r omega. By introducing r omega here, what will come? mr square omega square by r. After cancelling one r, we can say mr omega square is the equation for centrifugal force. Centrifugal force formula mr omega square. Okay ba? Centrifugal force always acts away from the axis. Okay ba? Where the doubt? Now I am going to introduce an angle that is called as latitude angle. What is lambda? Latitude angle. What is latitude angle? Angle between the equator and the position vector. This position vector na this equator. Lana okay, the position vector hai achunga apna karta varum. This is position vector, this is equator. The angle between them is lambda. If the same man is available here, now tell me the lambda value. First of all, the region equator. What about this region name? Polar region. Equator in the man inga what happens to the lambda value? 0. At equator lambda value. At equator lambda value is 0. If the same man available here, then lambda value is. What about this region name? At pole lambda value is 90 degree. Can you say what is lambda? Latitude angle. What is lambda? So latitude angle differs with respect to region. Equator region la lambda value 0, polar region la lambda value 90. Now with respect to this lambda, if it is lambda, we can say this angle also lambda. Based on this lambda, we are going to resolve the centrifugal force into two components. Centrifugal force are into component are resolve. Again, this is one component, this is another component. Okay, va? Where the lambda is available, if it is lambda, this value also lambda. Now tell me the lambda na, the opposite side sine component. Now FC sine lambda. What happened here? FC cos lambda. Now tell me, already along this line one force is acting. Which force? Gravitational force. Gravitational force enga act aguma? Inward act agum. Earth center towards act agum. Centrifugal force or cos component enga act aguma? Away from the earth center. Now tell me the net force acting on the man. Net force acting on the man. How many forces are acting along this line over the man? Man mele in the line la force act agudhu? Two forces. One force is acting towards the center. Another force acting. Among these two forces, which one is greater? The Fg greater, Fc cos lambda greater. Fg is greater. எப்படி சார் சொல்றீங்க? Maybe Fc cos lambda greater தான் நம்ம எல்லாம் எங்க போயிருக்கோம்பா? away from the earth move ஆயிடுச்சு. Am I right or not? இங்க தான man இருக்கான். Man மேல act ஆகுற Fc cos lambda large ஆகுறதுனா man will lift away from the earth surface. This is not happening. Okay? Every object in the earth surface attracted towards the center na. So out of these two forces, which one is greater? Fg. அப்ப net force கேட்டா இதுல இருந்து எதை subtract பண்ணலாம்? Fg minus Fc cos lambda. Now substitute all the value Fg formula, mg, Fc formula, m r omega square cos lambda. I am going to replace this small r value with respect to capital R. How is this possible? This small r, capital R and lambda. This everybody link பண்ணலாம். Cos lambda is equal to this is opposite, this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse. அப்ப என்ன வரும்பா? Small r by capital R. So that we can say small r is equal to capital R cos lambda. So replace the small r value here. Before that, take the m value outside. G minus r can be replaced by r cos lambda. Already we are having one cos lambda. So cos square lambda into omega square. That is equal to net force. Net force acting on earth, net force acting on man. Net force acting on man. So m into g net. What is g net? Acceleration, net acceleration due to gravity on man. So here m gets cancelled. Now tell me g net equation. G net equation. Net acceleration formula g minus r omega square cos square lambda. Okay, well, this is the expression to find out the net acceleration due to gravity. Okay, tell me omega changes. Can you say what is omega? Angular speed of earth. Angular speed of earth. If earth starts to rotate with a high speed, what will happen? If earth starts to rotate with a high speed, sirikena veliye poidu dharama siristva. What is omega? Angular speed of earth. if earth is rotating with higher speed, then what will happen? The second term becomes increases. Second term becomes increases means this value is 9.8. From 9.8 you are going to subtract larger value or smaller value. Larger value now net acceleration becomes decreases. In the conclusion, if earth rotational speed increases, G net value decreases. G net value decreases. If earth rotation becomes to stop, earth rotation stoppage, that means omega is equal to 0. Now tell me G net value. G value is 9.8. Okay, ba? And one more thing. What is lambda? Latitude angle. Latitude angle is 0 at equator and 90 at polar region. Now come to G net value at equator region. Equator region la G net value calculate panna, we have to write lambda value as 0. Then cos 0, 1. That means this term is maximum or minimum. Cos gives maximum value for 1. 1 value தான் cos of the maximum. அப்ப இங்க 0 டிகிரி மார்க் பண்றீங்க. எப்ப 0 டிகிரி மார்க் பண்ணுவீங்க? Equator. At equator lambda value is 0, then this term becomes maximum. அப்ப இந்த term maximum na, you are going to subtract 9.8 minus maximum value. அப்ப G net value will be smaller or larger? Smaller. Where? Equator. அதே polar region வரலாமா? At polar region lambda value is 90. Cos 90. Cos square 90 also 0. Upon the term is 9 by 0. Then G net is equal to G. G is 9.8. Now tell me G value is maximum at where? Polar region. In the region by polar region. Okay, the final equation is used to identify the G net value in terms of lambda value as well as omega value. Purida? If a man starts to move from polar region to equator region, what will happen? If a man starts to move from polar region to equator region, lambda value gradually decreases or increases. If a man starts to move from pole to equator, what will happen to the lambda value? Decreases. Lambda decreases. Cos lambda value increases. Cos lambda value increases. That means 9.8 la larger value subtract பண்ண போறீங்க. அப்ப G value என்ன ஆகும்பா? Decrease ஆகும். Okay, obviously polar region G value is maximum, equator lesser na. If a man starts his motion from polar region to equator region means definitely G value decreases. Okay va? So this concept based on variation of G with respect to earth rotation. காய் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Keep one thing in your mind. Weight W is equal to mg ன்னு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா? What is m? Mass. Mass is constant at everywhere. அப்ப W is proportional to G. எப்பலாம் G variation நீங்க ஸ்டடி பண்றீங்களோ simultaneous எந்த வேரியேஷன் சொல்லலாம்? Weight variation. If G becomes G by 2, weight becomes W by 2. இப்பதான் சொல்லி முடிச்சேன். W and G என்ன proportional? If G becomes G by 2, W becomes W by 2. If G becomes 2G, W becomes 2W. Okay va? G variation and weight variation directly proportional. இங்க ஸ்டடி பண்ணதெல்லாம் G variation. Questionல weight variation கேட்டா G variation க்கு என்ன ஆன்சரோ same answer is applicable for weight variation. Question number 12, page number 398. Sorry, start. Question number 12, page number 398. If Earth is supposed to be sphere of radius r, take your book, problem number 12. If Earth is supposed to be sphere of radius r, if g value at 30 degree of acceleration due to gravity at latitude 30 degree and g at the equator. Okay, listen. Equator g value என்னதுப்பா small g, 30 degree latitude g value g30 na, then we have to identify g minus g30. Can you say what is g? G value at equator g30, latitude value g value. Now tell me how it is possible to identify the g value at latitude. Latitude g value calculate பண்ணா என்ன formula பா? lambda க்கு பதிலா என்ன சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணனும்பா? 30 டிகிரி. cos 30 தெரியும் இல்லையா? cos 30 √3/2, அத ஹோல் ஸ்கொயர் பண்ணோம்னா 3/4. now I am going to substitute the lambda value here. so அப்ப என்ன சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணிடலாம்? g net is equal to g minus r omega square. here we are calculating g30 பா. 30 டிகிரில net value நம்ம calculate பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கோம். r omega square cos square lambda value is 30 degree. so g minus r omega square cos 30 √3/2 the whole square bana 3/4. now we got g30 value. the question is find g minus g30. so shall I substitute g30 value minus g plus r omega square 3/4. these two value gets cancelled. so 3 r omega square by 4. if you have any doubt you just ask. 3/4 r omega square. Okay, question number 5, page number 396. Okay, listen a minute, then you can copy. In question number 5, two solid copper spheres, stop writing. Two solid copper spheres are taken whose surface are in contact with each other. Identical நால இதோட radius r நால இதோட radius என்னதான் r. இப்போ என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னா எஸ்பெஷலி மெட்டீரியல் என்னன்னு ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. மெட்டீரியல் என்னப்பா? காப்பர். போத் சாலிட் ஸ்பியர் மேட் அப் ஆஃப் காப்பர். நவ தி क्वेश्चन இஸ் what is the relationship between force and distance? What is the relationship between force and distance? Now tell me what is the distance separation between the two solid spheres? ரெண்டு சாலிட் ஸ்பியருக்கு நடுவில் என்ன டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்குப்பா? ஜீரோன்னு சொல்லிடாரு. அதான் கான்டாக்ட்ல இருக்குல்ல சார், ஜீரோன்னு சொல்லிடாரு. We have to measure distance between center of mass. இதோட center of mass O, இதோட center of mass O னா what is the distance between the two center of mass? 2r. We know very well force and distance is inversely proportional to square value. Am I right or not? Now what is the distance separation? Here d is equal to 2r னா அப்ப என்ன சொல்லிடுவே? F is proportional to 1 by 2r the whole square. So what will come? 1 by 4r square. அப்ப F is proportional to r power minus 2 னு எழுதிருப்பேன். ஏன்னா r square மேல போனா என்ன வரும்? r power minus 2. But answer is wrong. Why the answer is wrong? Because of here material name is given. So material name provide பண்றாங்கன்னா try to replace the mass value in terms of density. First tell me the equation for force. Force க்கு என்ன ஃபார்முலா பா? F is equal to G m1 m2 by d square. Now material name are two solid material with the same density. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் வருதுன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துல மாஸை ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஏன்னா மாஸ்லயும் ஒரு டேர்ம் இருக்கு. என்ன டேர்ம் இருக்குப்பா? ரேடியஸ்னு ஒரு டேர்ம் இருக்கு. மாஸ்ல எங்க சார் ரேடியஸ் இருக்கு? We know very well mass is nothing but density into volume. ஸோ அப்போ இந்த இடத்துல ஆல்ரெடி ஒரு ரேடியஸ் இருக்குப்பா, இங்கே வேற ஒரு ரேடியஸ் இருக்கு. We have to relate both radius in terms of F. அப்போ மாஸை ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணணும்னா mass is nothing but density into volume. First sphere density is rho and its volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And second sphere mass again density rho 4 by 3 pi r cube by distance separation is 2r the whole square. 2r the whole square means now we can say F is proportional to, whenever you are going to introduce a proportional means you are going to remove constant term னு அர்த்தம். கரெக்ட்டா? அப்ப இந்த இடத்துல எதெல்லாம் கான்ஸ்டன்ட் பா? G 4 by 3 pi rho, because of this is copper, this is also, both spheres are made up of same material. அப்ப density will be a constant one. அப்ப இந்த இடத்துல density G value 4 by 3 pi, all those things are constant. What are the things are variable? Variable na in terms of r and f. இதுக்கு ரிலேஷன் சொன்னா அப்ப என்ன வரும்பா? r cube r power 6. இந்த r square மேல போச்சுனா r power minus 2 இல்லனா r power 6 by r square r power 4. Now tell me the relationship between force and r. F is proportional to r power 4. r power minus 2 option இருக்கும்பா, but don't pick that because of whenever material character is given, material காட்டுனா both spheres made up of copper or both spheres made up of aluminum, both spheres made up of plastic, இந்த மாதிரி material name specify பண்ணிருந்தாங்கன்னா that time you have to replace the mass value in terms of density. ஓகேவா? எழுதிக்கோங்க. problem number 5. You didn't practice any problem. இந்த ப்ராப்ளமே ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி பார்க்கல, ஒர்க் அவுட்டே பண்ணி பார்க்கல. Then how will you write today's test? Question number 32, page number 399. So let's start question number 32 pa. Okay, listen. The imaginary angular velocity of Earth represented by symbol omega. The imaginary angular velocity of Earth, for which the effective acceleration due to gravity at the equator shall be 0 is equal to என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா effective acceleration due to gravity. Effective acceleration due to gravity means g net. G net will be equal to 0. அப்ப g net என்னவா இருக்குன்னு சொல்றாங்க? 0 means effective acceleration due to gravity means g net or g effective, that will be equal to 0 means what should be the value of omega? Now write 0 value in this equation left hand side. So g minus r omega square cos square lambda, take the minus value this side, r omega square cos square lambda, that is equal to g value 9.8. In which region we have to consider this concept? In the region ba equator. At equator lambda value 0 cos 0 1. So r omega square will come, cos square 0 degree is equal to 1. We need omega square, so 9.8 by r. So approximately you can consider 9.8 value as 10. You know very well r value how much pa? Yes, 6,400 kilometer. Kilometer means 6,400 into 10 power 3. Okay va? Where the doubt irukka? This can be written as 10 power 2, 10 power 3. How much pa? 10 power 5. When 10 power 5 and the 10 gets cancelled, 10 power 4. அப்ப denominatorல என்ன term இருக்கு பா? Square root எடுக்கலாமா? இங்க இந்த 10 power 5 cancel பண்ணியாச்சு. Denominatorல 10 power 4 and 10 power 4 square rootல இருந்து வெளிய எடுத்தோம்னா 10 power 2 and 1 by 8, because of root 64 is 8. So 1 by 800 இந்த மாதிரி ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணலாம். You have to simplify பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். எழுதிக்கோங்க 1 by 800 approximately 1.2 into 10 power minus 3 radian per second. Question number 41. Page number 400. A body weight 500 Newton on the surface of Earth. How much would it weigh halfway below the surface of Earth? கவனிங்க, ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்டோட வெயிட் ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. How much பா? 500 Newton. Where at surface. The same object weight is going to be measured at a depth of எங்க போய் மெஷர் பண்ணாங்க போறாங்க depth எவ்வளவு மூவ் பண்றாங்க பா சர்ஃபேஸ்ல இருந்து half of the radius of earth correct say yes or no. So d is equal to r by 2 na first of all இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல g value என்ன இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கலாம். How will you calculate g value at particular depth? G value at depth is equal to g into 1 minus d by r. What about the d value? R by 2. R by 2 by r. After cancelling 1 minus 1 by 2, g by 2. Right or not? So just now I said weight and g value is directly proportional. W is equal to mg. Mass everywhere constant. So W is proportional to g. Here g becomes g by 2 means W becomes W by 2. At surface W value is 500. Our depth எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்பா 250 Newton. So answer is 250 Newton. Question number 39. May I erase this one? 32 answer. May I erase பண்ணலாமா? Question number 39. Page number 400. The height vertically above the earth's surface at which the g value becomes 1% of its surface. கவனிங்க எர்த்தோட சர்ஃபேஸ்ல இருந்து ஒரு particular height மேல மூவ் ஆகுறாங்கமா. There the g value at particular height எப்படி இருக்கா 1% of g value, right? At particular height the g value becomes 1% of the surface value. பாருங்க ஹைட்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய g value எவ்வளவு இருக்காம்பா 1% of g value னா அப்ப எவ்வளவு percentage decrease ஆயிருமா 99%. அப்ப 99% is the very very largest value. அப்ப g value 99% வரைக்கும் decrease ஆகுது. அதாவது more than 10% ஆனாலே நீங்க பைனாமியல் கான்செப்ட் போக கூடாது. ஜெனரல் கான்செப்ட் வந்துரும். ஜெனரல் கான்செப்ட் என்னதுப்பா g dash by g is equal to yes r square by r plus h whole square. What about the g dash value? G dash எப்படி இருக்கா becomes 1% னா அப்ப g dash is equal to என்னன்னு சொல்லலாமா g dash is equal to 1 by 100. that means g by 100. புரியுதா 1% தான் நான் 1 by 100 னு எழுதிருக்கேன். இந்த g அப்படியே மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிட்டேன். g dash becomes 1 by 100 times of g value. okay va? So substitute the g dash value here. So what will come? G by 100 whole divided by g r square by r plus h whole square. After cancelling gg 1 by 100 can be written as 1 by 10 square. Why we are writing like that? Then we can take square root on both sides. And square root what will come? Square root 1 by 10 r by r plus h. They are asking what about the h value. So by doing the cross multiplication 10r is equal to r plus h is equal to 9r. okay va? Very good. Then question number 55. After copy this answer, try to solve 55. may erase this one. Question number 55. So let's start. If both the mass and radius of Earth decreases by 1%, here mass is given and radius is given, both decreases by 1%, then the value of acceleration due to gravity. The radius less than 10%, so that we can use error concept. Okay, first of all, tell me how it is possible to relate g value, mass of the Earth and radius of Earth. Small g is equal to gm by r square. Now using error concept, how will you expand this? Expand g is variable, so delta g by g. Capital G is constant, mass is variable, so delta m by m, then plus 2 into delta r by r. What about the delta m by m percentage? Percentage reduce 1%. Delta r by r, percentage? 1%. So 1%, sorry. 3%. So approximately we are telling 3%. Irka variation. In the concept use G and R is which proportional? Inversely proportional. Mass increase but radius G value both mass and radius increases decreases. Okay. Mass decrease G value mass decreases, G value decreases, but radius decreases, G value increases. This plus minus. Now why we are writing minus sign? Mass decreases, G value decreases. How percentage mass decrease? 1%. G value percentage decrease 1%, that is why I have written minus, decrease. R value decrease, G value increase. R value percentage decrease 1%, 2% G value increase. Minus G and M is directly proportional. M is decreases, G value also. G and R is R decreases, G value. R impact plus M impact minus. Minus 1% plus 2%, 1%. Now see the option. Increases by 1%. Plus the final answer. So check whether B option is right or not. B option, second option. Purida, why I introduce minus sign? For what purpose I have introduced minus sign? When mass decreases, copying from board will be done by anyone. Why I introduce minus sign? Mass and G is directly proportional. When mass decreases, G also decreases. Okay, va? But in that R and G is proportional. Inversely proportional. R is G value increase. G impact R plus M minus. Question number 42. Question number 42. Earth is rotating about its own axis with angular velocity of omega. Listen, boss, stop writing. Earth is rotating about its own axis with angular velocity omega. Now we are going to make the net acceleration due to gravity due to earth rotation. That means G net value clear. Earth rotation is G net formula. G minus R omega square cos square lambda. In problem itself they have given to make the G net value as 0. G net value enna maatrama. To make the net acceleration due to gravity becomes a 0 value. What should be the omega value? Omega will become x times of omega. Omega becomes x times of omega. If its speed is increased by x times to make the effective acceleration due to gravity at equator. So lambda value 0. Now omega becomes x omega na. Now we substitute three conditions. G net will be equal to G value 9.8 approximate 10 minus R omega square can be replaced by x into omega the whole square, correct? Then cos square lambda. Lambda value is 0. Cos 0, 1. Cos square 0, 1. Answer 1. So 10 is equal to R x square omega square. Right? We need the value of x. So x square is equal to 10 by R omega square. We have to identify the omega value. What is omega? Angular velocity. How will you calculate angular velocity of Earth? Omega, general formula, theta by t. What is theta? Angular displacement. Now Earth is rotating about its own axis. In order to complete one rotation, how much time it will take? Earth on the rotation complete day by 1 day. 1 day is equal to 24 hours is equal to how many seconds? 86,400 seconds. Okay, so we can say theta value is 2 pi. In theta value 2 pi, Earth is going to complete one rotation. One rotation complete angle cover 360 degree can be written as 2 pi, where pi value is 3.14. Because of here we are going to maintain all value in SI standard. Now pi value SI standard level of 3.14. T value 86,400 seconds. Okay, va? So very easy problem, but you have to calculate omega value separately. Okay, tell me further this step. X is equal to root 10 by R into 1 by omega. Am I right? R value 6,400 kilometer into 1 by omega. 1 by omega 86,400 by 2 pi. So we are going to simplify this. The simplify so simplify 10 power 3, this 10 power 2. How much power? 10 power 4 in denominator. 10 power 4, 64. Square root remove 1 by 8 into 10 power 2. And this is 864 into 10 power 2 by 2 pi. So 10 power 2, 10 power 2 cancel. X is equal to approximate answer. 8 2s are 16. 864, 16 into 3.14. Approximately we can consider 3.14 or 3 near. If a simplify what answer is coming? Nearest answer. Nearest answer. answer 18, book answer 70. Since we did across